going nuts. We don't know what else to sing about, so I'll throw in something. The clock is ticking and time to start the show. What time it ends, we just don't know. Hopefully Mrs. Dufresne doesn't wake up. Oh, Mrs. Dufresne. Once it's served, we're all happy friends, and all together the fun never ends. So stick around and watch with us. It's the After Show Chat.
Get your butt to bed, Harold Dufresne.
Oh, dealer, you didn't put an intro.
Oh. I'm like, hi. Ah. No.
Hey, it's Harold Dufresne.
And Mrs. Dufresne.
And you're watching the After Show Chat, and hopefully we won't stay up too late.
Get your butt to bed, Harold Dufresne.
I will. After the show. Hey, where you went? Bye.
All right, it's the same shirt, just to let everybody
Oh, you got the same shirt?
No, it wasn't the same shirt. I don't want.
No, it was not the same shirt.
I don't want to get in trouble. All right, let me see if I could do this. I was practicing before we got on the show.
There he is. Harold's putting his head on Pee-wee, Big Top Pee-wee behind him, trying to superimpose
I've been practicing.
He's doing the tongue.
A little bit this way. All right. Oh, Gene, you got your hair a different shade?
Yeah, you'll see Ramona when she makes her beautiful entrance. Actually, her hair is braided. You can't tell that much, but
It's dyed though.
yeah, I cut it and dyed her hair, and then I couldn't help my sticky fingers and just did some info and then did some highlights. It was supposed to be red. It looks kind of pink, but it's like whatever. That's the attitude I have with my hair. I just say whatever.
Yeah, it looks good.
With the accordion. So
Oh, okay. I'll send you or I'll put a picture up so we can.
All right.
We
so
can
you
have a
can
good
see the hair.
hair
It's
reveal.
braided right
Well,
now.
when somebody has a new hair review, I gotta go like this. Ooh la la la.
Ooh la la. That's what it is. Ooh la la.
All right, gang. It
Here we
is
are.
Sunday night. All right. It is Sunday night. And it's all right. Sunday night's all right. If you're asking where Angelo is, Angelo's running a little bit late. Angelo will be here. He's a busy boy.
He is a very busy boy.
He is busy. He's a busy guy, going to Portland, going to here, going to there, going everywhere. So, hey, he's a mover and shaker. I'm a sitter and do nothing now myself. But anyway, I did get out the house today. I went mow the lawn for a little while, but
Wow. You did some review, did you? Of your lawn?
that's me and the son don't agree. All right.
How hot was it?
Oh, it wasn't nice. It wasn't bad today. It really
That's
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Well, it was bad. Oh, I'm going someplace Wednesday, so I can't say I'm not.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gang. Tonight's a big night. We have a big show tonight, and we have a big show. A big show and a big top Pee-wee. Big top Pee-wee. It's movie night tonight. We're going to be talking about. Hope everybody watched the movie. We're going to be talking about Big Top Pee-wee.
We'll be talking about it extensively, whether you watched it or not.
Yes, and there will be spoilers. So I gave you all fair
I'm
warning.
sorry.
Yes, can't talk about this movie without spoilers. Okay. But this is what I gotta hear.
And if at times love gets too hard,
then start a circus in your own backyard.
with you I want to harmonize.
I feel the same, and now my big surprise.
All right. I don't want to talk too much about it, but
Don't spoil it yet. We haven't gotten there.
I like that. I like that part. But now here's my big surprise. All right. All right, I'm cracking up already. Let's see who's in the chat tonight. Oh, Krista Lawler. Oh, Krista, I cannot watch that new documentary yet. I mean, it's too close to the heart, and especially before we talk about Big Top Pete.
Yes,
Maybe
we'll
one
have
day.
we'll have a nice silly conversation about the funny movie and honor him, of course, and then we'll eventually when we find it in our emotional state to watch that.
Yes, I'll be
And
honest with
even
you.
clips, I've cried watching clips of it. It doesn't matter already.
Yeah.
Like
I'll be honest with you. I've got teary eyed thinking about Pee Wee while watching Big Top Pee Wee.
Yes,
You know,
me too.
So
Me
so
too.
you know it's gonna be hard for me to watch that documentary.
Mhm.
No, that was not Bernadette Peters. That was Gina. I don't know what her real name is. Nate. That was
Ramona
Gina.
said she was in
Who?
some other stuff. Gina.
Oh yeah, she was in. I saw her in other stuff.
No, I thought you were talking about Mitch.
No,
She
not
was
me.
in a comedy movie with Charlie Sheen, I believe it was.
Oh yeah, Hot Shots.
Hot Shots,
Hot
yes.
Shots. Wow.
She was in Hot Shots. Wait, she was in Hot Shots. She was in. Oh, what else did I know her from? I looked her up before because I know her from a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Escape from LA.
Oh, Escape
That's
from
what you
LA.
said.
She was in Escape from LA. That's what I definitely know her from.
She was up there. I don't know if she's still doing acting, but
she was in a ton of stuff in the 80s and 90s.
yeah, I remember her specifically in that Hot Shots movie.
I still have her filmography right here. I'll see if I recognize any more.
Yeah. Throw some out if you recognize it. Jen Huff is in the house. Hello, Jen. Mr. Steve Templar is in the house. Oh yeah, so I didn't notice Mrs. Dufresne was behind me. I don't know if she showed up on the screen. She was there, or maybe she.
I think it was from the greeting at the beginning that I played.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was behind me.
I heard some noises, but it was before we went live.
Yeah.
She was in one of my favorite weird movies that nobody remembers. Immortal Beloved, where Gary Oldman played Beethoven, all all tortured and sexy.
Wow, I don't remember that one. She was in Rain Man, even though I never saw
Yeah,
her.
she was in Leaving Las Vegas, 4 Rooms, Escape from LA, and that's just in 1996. She's been in everything.
Wow. That is they had an all-star cast. I tell you what.
Absolutely.
I want to.
Hey, also, let me just say right now, I'm getting over being sick, so if my voice sounds a little weird, I'm self-conscious about it.
And I am just starting to be sick.
Yeah.
And I have fever.
Oh Lord. Hold around there.
Yes, I'm the last one to fall. We have 5 people in the household, and I was hoping I was holding out, but today I fell sick. So
everybody's cooked. I'm just glad I'll be better to take care of you.
Wow, I did not know this. I'm looking at IMDb, and this is going to be.
Oh, there's my hair.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my goodness. I did not realize this. I can't wait to talk about that. I just learned something new.
Thank you, Jen.
Oh my God.
Valeria Galino, that's her name.
Oh,
thank you, Allison.
When I find out this, whenever I say this, I'm going to have to go back and watch Big Top Pee Wee for the 150th time because I've never noticed this before, but I don't want to talk about it yet. Oh my God. My mind is kind of blown right now. But anyway, wow. All right. But anyway, let's go and keep on. Krista is going to join us in a little bit too. Krista and Mary have a spinning for us because Travis is out at, I believe, his drills or training. And Krista's going to take over for a few weeks and give us a little extra spinning. So it's always great whenever Krista's spinning. And Steve, are you alone yet? Did your wife go on her holiday?
She's leaving soon. Yeah.
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 Why going down there? Why Harold?
Because Jen Templar said I saw on her post, and she said that she was leaving, and she was kind of apprehensive about flying, I think. I said, wait, you're going to leave Steve all alone in the house? And then I put a little meme of Kevin, Kevin from Home Alone. So that's why I knew that.
I thought it was going to be the shows from Canada next week. You're going to sneak go down there.
I wish. I can't go there.
I always say down, I always say down there. And the same thing when I used to work retail, I always say have a good night. Even if it's 8 in the morning.
I know, you work mornings.
I was the worst. Yeah. I only work mornings, and I always tell people have a good night because it's just like what I said.
If I go to Canada, I have to bring my own beer. I ain't paying the price of the beer up there. So I'll tell you what. Doughboy of Doom's in the house. Happy after show chat Sunday to you, Doughboy of Doom. Allison Perry, I didn't open your letter yet. I said I was going to open it last week, and I still. Oh, before we go on, happy belated late birthdays to Allison Perry, our very own Jean, and very own Cassandra McCurdy. Yes. They were all celebrated birthdays since the last episode. Yay. So happy birthday to everyone. And Steve, I saw your birthday was coming up too. Yeah. And well, that's what he said. You can't never trust what Steve says. I don't know. Sometimes I believe it because he wants us to donate to the Kangaroo Fund or something because he have a lot of memory. I don't know, some memories or something. You got to watch out for Steve. He's a joker.
Boy, that scared me.
Steve is like the little boy, the grown boy who cries wolf. You never know what about Steve.
The grown boy.
I don't know about wolf, but strange things.
Yeah, he don't make up stories. He just Tiny Tim's now. Yo, Tiny Tim. They're looking forward to that footage. Tiny Tim's going to come on and share some footage of us after the float coming up. That float's coming up. The float. Hey, look who's here. Steve Man is in the house. I'm so glad. Oh, yeah, you watched the new doc. Oh, I'm going to tell you what, Steve Man. Seaver, not Steve Man. What I'm saying, Steve Man. Steve Man. Steve Man.
Listen, we are all one in this community.
My glasses. I'm not wearing my glasses, so that's my fault. Steve Man, I just saw some news tonight. I can't believe it. I cannot believe this. This news actually shocked, and I hate to get into.
I think I know the news you're talking about, and I'm pretty upset about it too. I think.
Is it about the R-Truth?
Yes, it is about R-Truth being released.
I cannot believe.
I'm really if I already wasn't not watching WWE, I mean that really sealed it, guys. You're gonna release the person with the most goodwill, such a beloved person,
He should be he should be like a Titus O'Neil. He should be a WWE lifer.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, put him in the Hall of Fame already. And Jimmy too. Come on.
Yes. And he's an ambassador. He could be an ambassador for WWE. He has that
Jen
kind
too.
of personality.
Jen watches wrestling too. Jen Huff, just so you know. She knows. Yes.
One of my YouTubers was mad and said he should have got a world title run before they did this.
That's just insane.
He's just the best, the hardest.
He's such a legend.
Guy.
He is.
Does it all good.
Steve, man, I am devastated too. Steve. And some people don't, I apologize if people don't watch wrestling, but I think a lot of people do in here. If R-Truth comes, and he did a bit a while back with the bloodline and him being a kid, and they had pictures of him with it was just,
I know, he's so good.
Well, that's what that said. It was he's so versatile. He can do anything. He can always change and do a new angle. And he makes goofy stuff come off good. And
oh, my goodness. But I remember the time, and I don't want to go on about R-Truth too much, but whenever Pokemon was hot, and I think it was during the time of the pandemic, and R-Truth would just interrupt matches on his phone because he was Pokemon hunting, and he would be like, I think there's a one of the Pokemon in here, and he'd be just in the ring, and while they're wrestling, and I'd be like, what the hell? And he would be playing Pokemon on his phone, and it was just fantastic. I mean, it was during the pandemic. Nobody was in that audience anyway, so they had to do something, and it was just great. And poor R-Truth. And you know what? R-Truth, he's going to be okay. But it's just shocking.
He will be okay. Maybe he'll be at the Gathering. Maybe he'll join GCW.
Hey, I bet you.
Yeah, either that or AEW. We'll see. But
Yeah.
GCW is definitely like a stop before they go to AEW. A lot of times they'll go to that indie promotion that we.
I could see him go to TNA because he was a
Yeah,
TNA champion.
definitely.
Yeah, he was.
Definitely.
He was. That's where he
would
came
be
up with his
good
theme
in
music.
TNA. I think actually, I think he could do some good stuff. I mean, he's just great, but it sucks. He shouldn't be a good fit anywhere. He should be a good fit where he's already a good fit.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what else would be good? And I read that. This is my idea. But if you join TNA, you know TNA and WWE, we can let Angelo in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Here, sorry.
Angelo. Wait, Angelo, hold on 1 second. It would be great. We're talking about wrestling. Well, it would be great if R-Truth would go to TNA. And since they're kind of connected anyway right now, and R-Truth would go in there and he would still think he would be on WWE. He'd be like, that'd be funny
I
too.
saw someone making the same thing saying he should do that in AEW, but it works a lot better in TNA.
Yeah.
Him and
I don't want him in AEW. AEW is just going to bury him. AEW is just going to bury him.
Yeah, he shouldn't be leaving. That's the T. I mean, that's just it. All right, let's stop talking about R-Truth.
Right. Mr. Angelo!
Angelo!
Do you have a doctor? Do you have a note from your mother for being late?
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, wait, I got it. Dear Dufresne, this is Mother Teresa. Please excuse Angelo for being a few minutes, 11 minutes late. He had to take out the trash. Signed, Angelo's mother. There we go. I got it. Oh, gang, I even need to talk about this. Tonight's a big night, not only because of Big Top Pee Wee, and we have Chris and Mary spinning, but it's contest time. And we're going to find out. Angelo last week was in Portland at a tattoo expo. So we're going to find out if Angelo got a tattoo. Ooh la la. Now that's ooh la la. And whoever gets correctly going to get put in a prize spin and they're going to win. Go ahead, Gene. I forgot Angelo, but
I know Angelo. I wish we could switch back. Yeah, there's Ack.
It was the Ack t-shirt. Ack t-shirt. And we're gonna have fun with this. Angelo, I tell you what, let's do a Krista spinning, and then we could come back with the big reveal if you would like. Angelo's been a busy boy. Been here and there, everywhere, and
I just got back from a little weekend trip.
Where you went this time, Mr. World Traveler?
I went to Squim, Washington.
What is it, Squim?
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't see this before. Whose oysters are those? I'm just looking at your messages.
I went to this place over in this area called Lillywop called Hama Hama.
Oh.
It's so bomb. It was so bomb.
Yeah, you had fun? Nice.
Yeah, it's so bomb.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put this on the screen and I'm gonna email this to myself and I want to show these oysters.
Oh my god, girl. You would have been like, oh my god.
Were all these oysters yours? Or you have group table or something?
Oh, just me and Spider.
Wow.
Of course.
Do you still have my hair?
That was a part of the little reservation you made too.
Wow. Man, I don't know where all my pictures now. I can't put on my glasses.
Oysters. Ramona wanted to show Angelo her hair.
Angelo, I want to show you I dyed my hair because you weren't here when I showed it.
I know. I saw the little stuff in your hair last week, but I didn't see her that bad. That's cute.
Yeah, we did it like 2 days ago.
What was last week? The braids?
Yeah, it was probably braids.
Those are in a hat. Those
aren't real. Those are plastic.
Oh, I can tell. I'm just saying that's how those are cute.
No, but this is real.
Cute.
I have it in 2 braids today. These are real.
I think it would have been unlikely that your hair would multiply that much to be able to have that many real braids.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
You don't know what I can do with my kind of magic. You know what I mean?
Whoa, it's magic. You know.
Well, Harold, can we bring in what's Angelo winning this week too?
Oh.
What's Angelo spinning? You said
winning.
Oh, winning!
Angelo wins.
Oh yes, we're gonna do that. I tell you what, man, you got everything going on. We're gonna let's do first off. Mary might be watching, so let's do a what's Krista and Mary spinning. Hit it there.
Now it's time for the question everyone's asking. What's Krista and Mary spinning?
She looks pretty good in pink. She wears it out a lot. I forget the other lyric.
Gina, I like that pink in your hair too.
Oh yeah, thanks. I got like trigger happy when I was doing Ramona, so I just like put a little.
Basically, you know what happened?
I've done that so many times.
Yeah, I know you know how that goes.
Yeah, this what happened. They can't help themselves, so they had the bleach left on their hands after doing me, and they said. And
literally,
yeah.
Just like.
And then the same thing with the color. Initially I said, "You're just gonna leave it as bleach," and they were like, "Yeah." And then as soon as they had the color on their hands, they were like,
"Yeah." I thought it was gonna be redder. It's kind of like highlights, but it kind of just looks pink. It looks a little salmony. I think I'm gonna maybe put green over it or something.
It looks good, but I understand.
Yeah, it's like fine either way.
I like mine. I really wanted it to be more red, and it came out kinds of pink, but I liked it.
Yeah. Did you go like this, like whenever you had your hands full like this, and you went like the Rock, and you just rubbed it in your hair like this?
I'd say maybe it was more like Pee Wee rubbing hair.
Oh, all right. Wait. I'm down with the hair fetish. Let's save the hair fetish. Let's save the hair fetish talk to when we're talking about the movie.
It's so funny. It makes the solid snake voice. That's so funny.
All right, sorry.
There's a lot going on in that movie. I can't wait. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in that movie. Oh my goodness. All right. Enough about that. Whew. All right. Let's see what I don't know if it's just Mary or if it's Mary and I don't know if it's just Krista or Mary and Krista, but we're gonna find out. So here we go. Take it away, Krista.
Hey everybody, it's Krista and I'm filling in for Travis Lawler, who is at annual training right now. My daughter's sleeping and taking a nap, so I would show you what I'm spinning while she's napping. So here it is. I am listening to the Blues Brothers. Used to be one of my dad's albums. And it's Briefcase Full of Blues. Ooh. It is based off the SNL skit The Blue Brothers with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. It has songs Hey Bartender, Messing with the Kid, Almost, Rubber Biscuit. My dad used to sing me that one all the time. Shotgun Blues, Groove Me, I Don't Know, Soul Man. Everybody knows that one. B Movie Box Car Blues, and Flip Flop Fly. It was released in 1978. So it's an oldie but a goodie, and if you like John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, definitely give this a listen. It's a great album. I grew up with it. So thanks for having us on, and I will see you next week when I pick out another for Father's Day dad album that my dad used to listen to. Thanks for having me on. See you soon.
All right. Thank you so much, Kristen. The Blues Brothers. We find out Gene has a Blues Brothers tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We love that, too. And I grew up with that album, too. The same one, also on vinyl. What a classic. Absolutely.
Yeah, that album. That's the record. Yeah.
That's the one. If you want one, because there's tons of Blues Brother records, and it's just like which company got which rights and made which compilation. That's like the definitive. That one and the movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
So good, that album. Oof. That rubber
Rubber biscuit. Pow,
Yeah, I
pow,
know.
pow, 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 pow.
So good. So good.
What do you expect? Oh, all right. Thank you so much, Krista Blue. That's a classic
Yeah, that was
for
an
me.
excellent pick.
Man, I was 78. I was 11 years old when that came out.
Wow.
Remember it well. Remember it well.
Like yesterday.
Oh, I used to love listening to Rubber Biscuit. You know, because I was a kid. You know, it made me laugh. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was same through all the generations. We've all been
I think I even had a little dance number to Rubber Biscuit, if I
don't
remember
know.
correct.
You remember it?
Revival.
I think I had a little dance
Oh,
number.
you almost
Wow,
right away.
that was wow.
Prove it.
I can't. I don't. I'd have to ask my mom see if she has any video footage of that.
Oh,
Angelo.
my
We didn't have video footage of that
Okay.
back in the day. All right, gang. We're gonna talk about a few things today, but I think we need to get something right out of here real fast. I have 2 segments with Mr. Angelo de Guzman. He's lucky his mother wrote him a note for being tardy. We understand he had to take out the trash. Hey, Angelo, you just see this. Watch it this. Watch. You see Pee-wee right here? You see Pee-wee? Watch it this.
He's been practicing. He couldn't wait to show you.
He always, Angelo, how does he always just like accidentally get backgrounds where his head fits in? Always has one.
Yeah, you got a universal ass head. You got a universal.
There he is.
Oh my god, I should be screenshotting this stuff right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can go back. It's
I'll do it again, Angelo, for you. You ready? You ready? All right, wait.
Okay.
Wait. Let me line it up perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, when your hand went into, it's pretty good.
All right. He's bored. Back. All right. I don't have a theme, but I'm going to sing something. I'm
excited.
And now it's time to find out if Angelo got a tattoo in Portland. People will win prizes, or maybe even, I don't know what. All right. Now, gang, Gene has lined up everybody.
Hold on, I want to play the applause. I'm going to make you wait.
Okay.
Thank you. Fast. Just a fast applause.
Gene has inputted everybody who answered yes and everybody who answered no into a spinning wheel. Is that correct, Gene?
Yes.
So depending on the answer, we're going to pull up this spinning wheel and pick a winner of a brand new. Now, look, gang, you're going to have to give me time. Don't expect it to be FedEx tomorrow morning and it's Amazon 2-day delivery, okay? You got to give it time. This is a classic shirt. You got to be patient. You got to give it a few weeks, okay? I can't guarantee you'll be delivered on your doorstep tomorrow morning if you win, okay? But you will get a beautiful ACK t-shirt, okay? Mr. Muscle's ACK t-shirt. Now, we don't have a drum roll. I wanted to put a drum roll up there, and I simply forgot. Busy. Let me see what we could play to do it. Let's see. What about alert?
Here's all the yeses. I finally.
All right, there's all the yeses. Wow, there's a lot of yeses in there.
And then let me show you the nose.
All right.
Where my nose? Where my nose?
We're going to have 3 people in there.
Nope, I got the wrong one. I'm sorry.
All right, no problem. No problem.
Sorry.
And here's the nose. Oh, that's a skimpy
5.
wheel there. That's a skimpy wheel there. All right.
It has Angelo in the middle eating a piece of bread, eating the big loaf of bread from last.
We got Lynn Perry. Ken Treadway, of course, is going to say no, Mister. You know what was weird? Gene Stinky is in there. You know what? Yeah, Mother Teresa's in there. You know what was weird? John W. Davis, he commented on the post, but instead of giving us a solid answer, he made Al Bundy joke, a married with children joke instead, and he never gave.
I know.
And he never
when I
even
was
guessed.
To double check, I was gonna say, "Oh, you forgot John," and then I was like, "Oh no, he didn't guess."
he just made an irrelevant joke out of married with children.
It's pretty relevant. I mean, I think we make a lot of Al Bundy jokes on this. I have to work on it.
It was weird. If I know this is the busy season for John W. Davis. If he would have been in the chat, I would have let him have a final.
Yeah, have a guess.
Yeah. All right. Kid is a stick in the mud there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's well known.
We all know that.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Let me remove this.
All right, Mr. Angelo, this is your time. Do you want to tell us, yes or no, did you get you a tattoo in Portland?
Yeah. No.
Yes? No. Is that?
Huh?
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
It is a no.
Sorry, buddy.
Is it because you have no more room?
Oh, I'm playing the room. I just got busy. I didn't even end up doing that.
Oh, goodness. A no. Sorry, gang, whoever voted. You know, I did not know the answer to this. Okay, I had no clue the answer.
You did.
No, I did not. You never told me.
Somebody remember somebody commented, you're like, he's probably gonna do that to I don't know. I forgot what you said.
No, I think it was Lynn Perry who said he's gonna prove y'all wrong and said it would be something like Angelo would do something like that just to show us. There was Lynn Perry. That's a lady who watches my reviews who met at the restaurant one time.
That's right.
I had a feeling. I
totally would have, but that little tattoo fest was like really fun. I was like walking around. I was busy helping people out. I didn't have time, man.
I hear you.
Yeah, we were partying like a lot, so it just happened. It didn't happen.
Krista, stick around. Just stick around. Don't leave because you were wrong. We may have something for consolation.
Right? Considering 85% of the people guessed yes, it feels like a little bit of a ripoff.
Yes, don't worry. Angelo,
Harold, you had everybody pay like $30 each just to get into the little.
I know, $100 each raffle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would have made some money for the channel. All right.
Didn't you pay Gene too?
I paid $500.
500. Gene paid with their blood.
Yeah,
their hard work making the artwork. So, all right, Gene, put up the no spinning wheel, please.
All right, let's do it.
Where my nose?
Surely hope Ken Treadway don't win. No offense to Ken Treadway. Yes, offense to Ken Treadway. But I surely hope Ken Treadway doesn't win. All right.
You ready?
Down.
Let's spin it. Let's see who's the winner and who guessed correctly. Now, gang, if you guess yes, don't leave yet because I'm not gonna let y'all walk away empty-handed. All right.
All right, you ready? 3.
Yes. Let's spin it.
1. Spinning.
Let's see who spins. Who wins? Come on. Come on.
And
oh, nice.
Wow.
Cindy Mayhem.
Wow.
Wow. Nice.
I'm telling her to wear it to the gathering. I think she's going to the gathering.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Gene, do me a favor. Can you write that down for me?
Yes, I can.
Well, you know what? If Cindy Mayhem is going to the gathering, I might send your t-shirt since you made the artwork and Cindy Mayhem's in the same package, save me shipping, and you could just hand deliver it to Cindy.
If the gathering wasn't in 2.5 months.
Well, it might take.
That's true.
It might take 2.5 months to get these t-shirts
If
out.
that's
All
the
right?
case, no problem. I'll do that mine.
I said it's not gonna be FedEx tomorrow. All right, Cindy Mayhem. But I'll tell you what, I am not gonna let people walk out of here empty-handed. Okay? Gene, I would like you to. I'm gonna send you a message. Okay?
Okay.
Ooh, private messages. That's what's going on here.
Take that down for 1 second.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Secret
Yeah, just take that. We're gonna do something. Yeah, take a look at your
I took it
message.
down.
You got it? You got my message?
Oh, hold on.
Take a look.
Okay, got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's no need. There's no need to
No,
award.
absolutely. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, just give me one moment.
And I'll tell everybody what we're doing. Because it pays to watch. You know what we're doing right now? We had a lot of people guess yes. And a lot of people that follow, that's friends of mine that guess yes. And no offense to them. People that watch my reviews, some people guess yes. But this is after show chat. This is an extra drawing. So Gene is taking all the names out that aren't regular viewers of our show and leaving our regular viewers on that wheel to reward them. Okay? Now, if the answer would have been yes, we would have kept everybody on that wheel and everybody would have a fair shot. But since
I just emailed you something through iMessage, I didn't even know you could do that. I don't think you got it.
All right, I got it. Let me see. It's good. Let's check it out.
Double check that for me. Make sure I didn't miss no one.
Yes, that looks excellent to me. You have you got it. Yes, that looks excellent to me.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, you have Chris. Yeah, Travis. Okay, Allison, Steve, Jen Temple. Okay, Doughboy, Nate. Right. Yep. All right. It looks good.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, that looks excellent.
Okay.
All right. You know what I just thought of? If Steve or Jen Templar win, I'm gonna have to pay some tariffs on this T-shirt. I don't know about this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
All right, put up the wheel now. We're gonna give everybody. Nate wants to fix it so that Nate wins.
Yeah, all Nates.
I wish I could give everybody a free shirt. Okay, I really wish I could. Then we'll have another contest pretty soon. Once I make the actual shirts and everything else, I'm gonna have another contest. Don't worry if you didn't win this time. I know I'm gonna have another contest coming up. So this is a big one. This is for another Mr. Muscles Act T-shirt. We gathered all the losers because there ain't no losers on After Show Chat. Everybody's gonna get a fair shot. So go ahead and spin that wheel of fortune right there,
All right.
Gene.
Here we go. Spinning.
Whoa, this is exciting. Let's see who gets the runner-up shirt, the loser shirt. Oh, Claire.
Claire.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's
Claire comes on sometime. Claire was even a guest on our show one time, I believe.
That's true.
Yes. Claire. So I got one. Of course, Angelo's going to get one. I got
Cindy and
Claire. Cindy and Claire. Jean. So let's see. That's Cindy, Claire, Angelo, Jean. Ramona, you're going to want a T-shirt?
No, she doesn't wear T-shirts.
Okay. I didn't figure it.
What? Do you not want me to? I'm sorry. Do you have a different answer?
No, I don't wear T-shirts, but I wish I could. Yeah, I don't wear T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
Maybe you could put it on a tote bag or something. I don't know what.
Yeah, maybe I'll send you a beautiful towel with the
towel.
Perfect.
Or you know
We
what?
still love our after show chat hand towels. We
Well,
still
you know
use
what I
those.
was
I tell you what. Go
Harold,
ahead.
you know what you got to start making? See if you get with me on this. Imagine that Mr. Muscle's
Oh,
act
I'm sorry.
on like a punk patch, like
Ooh.
a canvas patch, you know?
Yeah, you know,
One like a
No, yeah, just or even like a small, but just on like a square.
yeah, you know,
That on something.
what Chicker Mule makes patches. Maybe when they're on sale, I'll order some or something.
What about a thong?
I tell you what. Let's give away 2 towels. Let's give
Towels?
away
Towels.
2
Okay, so
towels.
2 more spins.
Yeah, 2 more spins from
Okay,
the
let me take Claire.
Okay.
add Mother Teresa to that list.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, add Mother Teresa to that list. And who else was said no?
You did
Don't
Bernie.
don't add Ken Treadway. I mean, he's going to complain. Yeah, they sent him a drug lighter. Keep him.
Yeah, where's he been?
Ken's the only other one to add. So.
Okay. Add Ken Treadway. I'm feeling generous. I'm feeling generous. God dang Ken Treadway. Because he's going to get a hold of this, and I'm never going to hear the end of it if I don't put his name in there. All right, this is we're going to roll 2 spins for Act Towel. You better wash your body with that beautiful Mr. Muscles artwork right there. Under your arms, you better wash that. Oh, it's going to be great. Other parts of your body, between your toes, it's going to be great.
Let's get it.
All right, come on now.
All right, let's spin it.
This is for Mr. Muscles Act Towel.
Somebody.
Oh,
she's 24.
Oh,
Bridget.
Wow. It was almost Ken.
Bridget. Bridget's gonna be able to take that Act Towel and like when she goes see the goldenrod, she'll be able to take it out and just spin it in the air whenever Ryan and all.
Yeah, that's definitely what she's gonna do with it. I'm sure.
All right, let's spin for another towel.
All right, one more towel. Let's see.
Come on now.
Oh.
Let's go.
There it is, Travis Lawler getting paid for his
getting paid for
And
his
Allison,
spinning.
I just want you to know it was so close. It almost hit your knee. It was so close. It was so close.
Oh, you got to rub it in, don't you?
Well, I want Travis to win too.
I'm just joking with you. So, Gene, do you have all those?
Yes, I got it all written down.
Okay. And I'm sending you a message right now. Okay. All right. There you go. So I sent you a message because since you're making a list.
I was thinking the same. All right.
Okay. All right, gang. We're gonna have another contest coming up soon. Again, but to all the winners, congratulations.
Yeah.
And Allison, don't worry, Allison. All right. We gang, that was fun. We're gonna have another. Once I make these in production, and look, when I say production, I'm gonna get with the winners, get their sizes, and we're gonna make them probably in the next couple of weeks, and we're gonna ship them out. And we're gonna have, and once they come out, we're gonna have another contest. I'm sure we're gonna get. You know me, I love my contest.
Oh yeah,
and I love people winning. So we're gonna have another contest. If you didn't win this time, stay tuned. I know you will, and we're gonna have another contest coming up pretty soon. But talk about I heard a rumor. Well, this is a long solo part they're opening up. I need to cut this down. I need to add 30. There's a guy we all know went to Portland and no showed. Didn't give us a tattoo, but that's okay. He's still a winner. We got to know, is Angelo winning this week? All right, Angelo. I heard you were winning this week.
That's right,
Did
Harold.
you win this week? All right.
Last Friday, I was just sitting in my car before work, and I was like listening to a local radio station, and I happened to have my phone in my hand, and they're like, "We're giving three pairs of tickets away to see the Damned on July 25th." I won.
Oh la la! You were like the fifth caller.
Oh no, I just text. They were telling people to text the word God to their phone number, and then I got that.
Wow! You know who else won tickets? Doughboy. He was Doughboy's on the roll right there. I swear.
Where'd you win?
He won tickets to that Blink 182 show. I think.
Man, for real?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
On the radio station. So they're going to see. Angelo's going to see the Damn. Damn! You're going to see the Damn.
Harold, have you heard of Blink 182 before?
Blink 182?
No, just kidding.
We had this conversation before.
We already talked about it. The
I'm a first few album person. You know, yeah. Boy, man, the winning. I swear, just winning all over. Man, gang, believe me, I wish I could do like our first year anniversary show and just give out tons of prizes like that. But that almost bankrupt me. I'll be honest with you. All right, but we're gonna
take a few out of you, Harold. Let's see.
We're gonna do another contest, so don't worry if you didn't win. You're gonna have another fair chance at doing it again. You know me. You know me. I'm not happy till everybody goes home a winner. You know, that's me.
Right, Harold. All of us.
That's me. All right. So, I tell you what, I think it's about time we call this movie club into session. Let's just say.
Here we go. Let me get a cup of tea.
Please get that cup of tea. And let me just play this to start it off.
And if at times love gets too hard,
Then start a circus in your own backyard.
with you I want to harmonize.
I feel the same, and now my big surprise.
Here's my big surprise. I can see where somebody would think that's Bernadette Peters, because in that movie The Jerk, whenever Steve Martin and Bernadette Peters are walking down the beach and they start singing that song, it sounds just like that song kind of for that. So, gang, let me put up this chat so we can see these comments. I hope everybody, the secret word today, Steve, man, is truth, our truth. Gang, I hope everybody watched our movie of the club of this session, Big Top Pee-wee. Angelo, did you watch Big Top Pee-wee? Or have you watched it before?
I watched it. I didn't get to watch it on the weekend, but I watched it.
Okay. Let's just go over this movie and then we can talk about it. Big Top Pee-wee runs this farm. I guess he does, or he lives on this farm. And a big storm comes through and a circus lands in his yard. And shenanigans happen. And that's basically the story. Right? Without going into too many details. Now, of course, Pee-wee's engaged to get married. And he falls in love with another woman. And Chris Christopherson's married to a little a woman about the size of a pin, a needle, and all kind of other stuff.
Iconic, fierce, stunning queen.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's start it off. Big Top Pee-wee. I will say this is a movie. I could see where this movie did not do too as well as, let's be honest, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Pee-wee's Big Adventure is a iconic movie. It's a classic that. And then I remember me and my kids loved Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So when this Big Top Pee-wee came out, we were all excited, and I'm like, okay, I can't wait either. I love Big Top, I love Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So we went to see this movie in the cinema, and I could tell you, I was shocked. I'm like, wait, what? The first time I ever saw it was like, what's going on over here? What is this? Okay. I don't know how y'all felt, but the first time I ever saw it, I'm like, this ain't no Pee-wee Big Adventure. This is, what is this?
Yeah.
So I was, go ahead, Angelo.
A little, I can remember like the little like love triangle or something that went on during the movie.
All right, and I was like, wow, this is I don't know if Gene and Ramon are still there. I can't. Sometimes they turn off their camera. They might have snuck out for a little while. All right, Ramon is there.
I've been here the whole time. Gene's coming. I've been listening the whole time.
All right. So yeah. So whenever the first time I ever saw it, it was kind of like a shock.
I was like,
hold on.
Oh,
sorry, it's not muted.
I know. I didn't think it was.
You're giving it. Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say, here's my recap. Harold said the first time he seen it, he was like, "What's going on here?"
There you go.
So the movie starts off with
a version of the original Pee-wee concepts.
Oh, it's first off. Yeah. First off, let's talk about the time setting. I always think like Pee-wee is timeless. And this movie, let's be honest, he probably, if I'd have to guess, Pee-wee probably just loved the circus era. And I read articles that
it's for his age group. It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like a kid like me, we grew up with the circus, and he probably, around my age, about the same, maybe he's a little bit older than me, but around that same time. So probably more so than me, you had these kind of circuses back whenever you were a kid. They would have the freak show, they would have all this other stuff, side shows and everything else. So I could definitely see him loving it. Now the timeline on this movie, I'd like to consider it. When I first saw it, I was thrown off like, man, this is like, I don't know. But look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. With my kids and grandkids, I must have watched this movie at least 100 times at least, okay? At least. And I grew to love it. Now, I absolutely love this movie now. Okay, so I was thrown off, but I absolutely love this movie. I can recite every line as it is. Gene, Ramona, what do y'all feel about the movie?
I love this.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. I never saw it all the way through, but as like when I was younger, but I definitely remembered parts of it, but I didn't remember like the premise. And I was definitely like, I didn't know how it was very short, like, which for what it was, like, it was very absurd, I think unfortunately the only thing I didn't like is the romantic storyline, which is like half the movie. So it like is what it is, but I just think like it has nothing to do with like who he's going after. It's just like, why are you making Pee-wee a scoundrel, cheater, horn dog?
Yeah.
That's like why it's funny. Like I get why he made that choice.
Yeah. Like, look. I say I love. There's some scenes in there like why? Why do we have when Pee-wee first meets up with Winnie for lunch? He's already jumping on top of her, and
I know, it's really wild, and it's like not the character you expect from him.
Yeah,
and it was. Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say a lot of his horny stuff. I felt they played it like real campy,
definitely,
and especially him especially now. First of all, when I used to watch this a million times when I was little, but like. I didn't remember how it was. He was all horny like that.
Yeah, of course.
And I didn't remember all that stuff. And I just like had bad media literacy back then too. So seeing it now, not only as an adult and as a fully formed person, but also like knowing that he posthumously came out in that documentary. It made me read all that horny stuff with a little more of a campy eye.
Yeah, definitely.
And that
Yeah.
it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like I think
Yeah.
I would have been like huffy puffy about it without knowing that, but like I was just like, oh, this is commentary.
Mhm.
You know what I
And
mean?
it definitely was.
And they made it real
yeah.
goofy. It was really funny the way they
Yeah,
did
very
it, honestly.
cartoonish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was. I mean, again, it was a whole different look. I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite. I mean, there's a ton of favorite scenes in there. But the beginning of the movie, whenever he's dreaming and he's just lounging, or the corny, and he's singing the girl in the flying trapeze, as like a Frank Sinatra kind
It
of
was
person.
so good.
And he comes out and he's dressed as Abraham Lincoln.
I
So
know.
he signs an autograph.
I know, because he's escaping. Because
Yeah.
he has to go in a costume, or they'll attack him because they love him.
Him signing the autograph as Abraham Lincoln was so funny, and I was like, that's something that I could see Mr. Muscles having.
Oh,
So
Look,
that made me laugh.
it's Abraham Lincoln.
And that serious Abraham Lincoln voice, I love
Right.
it. He's the best. At that.
So, like, I'm thinking to myself when I'm watching it this time. I never thought of it before. I said, "Is this the movie taking place in Abraham Lincoln times? And everybody's shocked that maybe Abraham Lincoln is back from the dead, or something? Or is this?
The only thing that I can say against that is the bottle of 7-Up that they had.
they're
Do you
drinking
remember
that
that?
big bottle of
They had.
7-Up,
I
and
was
it
like,
looks
wow,
so
that was
refreshing.
so funny. That product placement. I'm like, this
I
is
know.
the whole this movie, and then they go with these funny duddy townspeople in this like stuffy party, and then they got the big 2-liter of 7-Up in there.
And they had Quaker Oats in a brand
That's
new
true.
label.
You're right. There
They
was
had
a bunch of that.
Quaker Oats in the
Quaker
brand
Oats,
new.
Campbell soup. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, Campbell. So it
Yeah, you're
really
right, you're right.
it's like a mixture. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Of course, we're gonna just keep on going down. So baby wakes up. He bum. He runs a farm. Oh, nice. He's feeding. Now that's a scene like right out of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Whenever the beginning, and he's doing, and he feeding the animals and all that. Then we find out this pig could talk. So,
I forgot to think. I gotta be honest.
With
I
a very
forgot.
silly voice.
That was so funny, and I really like when it first started talking. I was like, "Oh, the pig talked. That's right." And I was like, "Oh no!" But then it really
He was a
great.
funny character.
Yeah, it was a perfect job with that.
Hey man, suspiciously, it sounded like Pee-wee kind of talking like Mr. Muscles, kind of.
Yeah.
I know it was definitely funny. It was
And I like it. Oh, so yeah, so he has a secret lab that he's growing these vegetables that grow big, but he has a hot dog tree. It went bizarre. I mean,
Well, it was just like perfect. I really liked how they have him on the farm, where it's just like you see in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, his weird eccentric house with all his weird stuff in it, blah 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 blah. Then it's just like, what would happen if Pee-wee had a farm? And that's exactly what it would be like. That's exactly what it would be like.
it
All
was.
the animals are they're all sleeping in beds with blankets on them.
I know, yeah, the animals in their clean beds. Yeah, that was.
He's picking carrots and the goal the whatever the gopher in the bottom taking the carrots while it's out there. It's out there. So then he goes meet his fiance Winnie for lunch, and she made egg salad. And of course he hates egg salad. And,
My favorite.
oh yeah, I made your favorite, and he starts
things first.
and he starts having to guess what it is. I made your favorite, and then he's naming everything. Blah blah blah, turkey a la king, vegetarian plate, blah.
Vegetarian plate was good, yeah.
I know, they're funny.
Cheese and every food imaginable except for egg salad, and of course it's now I don't know why Pee-wee didn't know that it looks like she makes egg salad every day.
It happened a time or two before, but that's also like because they give him that like. Sometimes he's like meticulous and sometimes he's oblivious. You know what I mean? And a lot of the things like they played him that way. Like the things with the girls, he's oblivious.
Yeah,
like, he's not paying attention because all he really wants is to, It was really fun. It was very subtle in that. I don't know.
No. And then
It
he has
really
a hair
grew.
fetish. He
And
loves.
the hair
Yeah, that was
fetish,
so funny.
that was
Yeah.
so funny. That was so funny. And then they kept doing that little freaky noise. And
Yeah, he just had to touch her
He
hair.
just can't take his head. He couldn't help himself. He just freaked out. He couldn't help himself. He had to touch the hair, and he gets stuck in her hair. And,
I know, and then she has that big goofy hair.
Yeah. That comes poofy out. She's like, yeah. And I love. And we said this line for years. Me and my kids, for years was egg salady. You know, I said every time we ever had egg salad, it was always egg salady. Or we'd have deviled eggs. I'd always say egg salad. Yeah. So then the townspeople. Those townspeople were the biggest jerks in all of the world. I mean, talk about hatred. Oh my goodness.
Different than them.
What's that?
And I mean, I said they were hateful of anyone that's different than them.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, Pee-wee was definitely doing the most, but you didn't have to be so mean.
You
to
don't
him.
have to be so mean.
Yeah. He's trying.
How long has he been there? Didn't you?
I know.
Right?
I know. And
But ultimately, that is the biggest thing about this movie, is that between them hating him and hating the circus, and the circus is like a metaphor for like everyone who like doesn't fit in society, and it was like beautiful.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like the metaphor, yeah.
And that's where those townspeople is what makes it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was. It was because and we'll talk about this in a little bit, but later on when the circus people are trying to go in town and they're just ostracized, everybody's just mean and don't want to serve them, and it would be like racism or just bigotry back in the day. You know, that's exactly what it was. It was like showing how people could be. And I'm telling you, Pee-wee just wanted a freaking cheese sandwich. And that man, he just took the chopping thing, chopped off 2 pieces of cheese, put it on a piece of bread that was sitting there for I don't know how long. You could have do that instead of giving those old ladies their lace. I mean,
it was wild.
It was crazy. It was crazy. And then the storm's coming and nobody will help Pee-wee. I mean, that's just mean. That's just hatred. You know, give me a ride and I don't have room and the truck's empty anyway. And so I don't know. So anyway, then the circus lands. Big circus. And Pee-wee's freaking out and he meets all the characters. Chris, I'm going to tell you something. Ramona, I know you agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Christopherson looked stunning in this.
Very handsome.
He was rugged, handsome, like aged a little bit, but I'm going to tell you, his eyes and
absolutely,
very he was.
Chris Christopherson was amazing.
Yeah, stunning as Harold.
Stunning,
the word that Harold
absolutely.
used. Yeah.
Yes. His eyes are just.
He's hot.
Oh, I know, man. The piercing eyes. Yeah,
the piercing eyes.
Hair, and that rugged beard.
The voice.
Well, and then beyond all that, then he's even hotter because he is such a beautiful, caring husband.
Yes.
Beautiful wife who is another. This is a plot line that I love, because when he's saying the thing about how, they told us it wouldn't work, but the heart wants what it wants, and it's like, yeah, look at this like implausible love story. It don't matter what you think, it's working, baby.
She's tiny.
100%.
She's
tiny. Nate, I agree. His hair was stunning. Stunning.
And he's like a legend.
Yes. And his name was Wyoming. No, Montana.
Wyoming.
Yeah,
that's what
they call him Wyoming.
That was the funniest.
And the old people called him out like, look here, Mr. Wyoming.
Yeah, Montana.
Yeah, whenever they came into town, it was like, look here, Mr. Wyoming.
I love when they do that. Harold, can I go on a tangent, a little one?
For sure, please.
A quick, just for you. It reminds me, I love when they do that name switch like that, and it's funny because these are also states. In Welcome Back, Kotter, when Mr. Woodman wrote a screenplay where he's like a space hero and all of the sweat hogs are like the villains, and he has different names for them. So like he has one Italian name, one Spanish name, and blah blah blah. And then for Freddie Boom Boom Washington, he calls him Baltimore. And I just thought it was so fun, like the same thing.
Yeah.
Listen up, Wyoming.
I love it. They do stuff like that. It is subtle, you know. A lot of people probably, kids won't catch that.
No, totally, yeah.
A lot of humor in there was for adults too, Then of course he meets the beautiful Gina, and who's the acrobat with her brothers, and we fall. Yes, and Pee-wee, dirty Pee-wee.
He's so dirty. And it was so fast.
Yeah,
the first day.
I know, the first day.
I know, they just met instantly. Yeah.
Yeah, the first day they go out in the woods and they're already making out near the waterfall. It's like
I know, next to the biggest water lake, such a golf course water.
I know. I was about to say, Gene said, I wish I could see the zoom out on that whole thing.
Yeah, I want to see that set. I would love to see what that set looks like. Yeah, it just smells weird.
Oh, it looked like a golf little thing or something.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know what it was.
Step up.
Yeah, and that's one thing too. I said because they were like Chris Christopherson said, oh well, you could stay a few months, and he said, well, we got a show tonight. So all this is taking place in one day that he's already making out with Gina. I mean,
instantly.
I feel like the whole movie takes place in about 3 days.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, 100%. And he's already fallen in love with Gina. Of course, Winnie walks in and she's upset. I mean, who would it be? You're engaged to marry, and then you see your fiance making out with a girl he just met an hour ago, and they're the waterfall, a passionate makeout too, may I say. It wasn't just a little
long. It was comically
30 seconds
long.
long.
It was comically very funny.
That is
uncomfortable. How long it took him to start and how long it took him to stop.
That is uncomfortable.
Doughboy of Doom, that quote, that's the quote. It does happen. He's a man and she's a
yeah, there you go. Oh my goodness. So and then the townspeople rejected the circus, so Chris Christopherson all just stayed there to get a big idea, and they came up with the American farm circus.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna
really
form. Oh, it was great. It was very good. And then Pee-wee makes up with Gina. There's a scene in there with a train going through a tunnel and waves.
They do a lot of that. Yeah, when they finally do it. Yeah, of course.
The mud wrestling.
They do. I know the
mud wrestling. Yeah,
that made me laugh.
They did so much. But that's why it was funny. Like they didn't play it serious,
Yeah.
Tiny Tim, we are talking about Big Top Pee-wee. It was the sequel to Pee-wee's Big Adventure back in the 80s.
Old school.
Yes.
And it's about a circus. Whoop whoop.
Look
at
there you go. They and it was weird. They had the mud wrestling scene and the supposed sex scene, and they had the kids mud wrestling.
I know the mud wrestling.
Yeah, the mud wrestling was like, I'm like, that was a weird string to pull through this.
Yeah, a lot of mud wrestling.
And those kids were so funny.
Yeah, the kids were funny.
This weird, like, one building kids when she's like a school mom. Like,
yeah, it's like so weird.
Going back to like what era is this?
Well, and I think that's also they're playing with that, like that is you're supposed to be kind of confused about the era.
Yeah.
So they have and then Pee-wee. I mean, Winnie's happy that Pee-wee broke up.
Well, and this is the tea, and this is how they really bounced it out. I love this.
Because you're like, Pee-wee, you suck. Like,
yeah. You're really a jerk. You're really a jerk.
Yeah, gets caught making out with
in real life. You wouldn't want to hang out with this Pee-wee. I'm telling you.
This specific Pee-wee.
He was a little
frisky.
He was a little pesty.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, a little persistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then she got together with the four brothers, the four Italian acrobat brothers.
Yeah, and that was cute where they kind of made it where like her and Pee-wee wound up kind of being fine about it. he got to get his girl, which
Well,
you
and-
better take her at this point because you
and-
already run her around.
Then she's making him look stupid because he looks dumb
I
and
know.
he's upset and he's like, well, now she's all happy.
I
It's
know.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
whenever he goes,
engagement rings at the
The
end. That was
four
funny.
engagement rings.
yeah, whenever he goes talk to her and he says, "Well, I'm so glad, you know, it happened." Like, and she's like, "I'm so happy.
I
Oh,
know.
I feel
I
so
know.
free. I never felt
know.
this free
I know.
in my life. This is the best." And like Pee Wee's like still like he's still a jerk. Like
Mhm.
I know.
I thought,
Well,
you know, he
that was
wanted
one
her
of
to
the
be.
best things.
Yeah, he
That was
wanted
a
to
really
be.
good one because they always that's like such a man thing is where they don't want the girl no more, but they still don't want her to go be with nobody else. You know?
They
So
want her
that
to
was,
be
like,
miserable.
Really, like they were
Yeah.
laying on the commentary thick.
Yes, they want her. They somebody like that. You break up. They want them to be miserable. Like, oh, she still wants me. You know, and
Exactly.
she feels. You know, like
Yeah.
real jerk, like a real jerk. You know, like a real jerk. But
A jerky
anyway,
type guy like Pee Wee was playing a jerky type. We all know them.
yeah. And then the pig fell in love with the rhino.
I know,
the hippo was
finally.
chasing him, yeah. That hippo was
I
as soon
know.
as that hippo came out of the water. I
Oh,
was like,
hippo, not rhino. Hippo. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, hippo.
Yes, Misty Vaughn was the bearded lady.
Yes, yeah, she killed it. She did
And
awesome.
Charlie's
She was
mom.
really funny.
She was awesome.
Yeah,
I
the
forgot
dog.
how much she had in this.
You know who the dog boy was the dog man was I'm looking at the credits right here. Del Toro. What's his name?
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Benicio del Toro of like every single movie ever.
I
but
know.
I always
Yeah.
think of him from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Now listen
always
to
think
this.
of that.
Listen to this. This is what I just found out. The child, I don't know who Deke was. It must have been one of the old people. Deke.
Mm-hmm.
The person who plays the child Deke is Dustin Diamond.
Yes, great. Yes.
I didn't
I
know
saw
that.
That was probably the one that I
The big
seen.
one.
Yeah, there was one of the kids that they all the old people get turned into kids at the end, and at the end, one of them was big as hell. I'm like, why is one of these kids? That was definitely him.
I bet it
It was
was.
definitely him. It looked like him. That's so funny.
I'm gonna have to look at. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again and just see, you know, the part. I'm gonna tell you something else too. Those two old ladies, I don't forgot their names. You know, two
They
funny
were so
dirty.
good. And they are icons. Both of them were in a million.
Yes,
things. I
yes,
recognize
a
them.
bunch of stuff, and they were very good. Now I'm gonna mention two things. Some of it, like whenever the Piccola brothers, whatever they're called, went to the
Piccola
store to
brothers.
get all the supplies, and they said, "I need some oats," and I don't have no oats, and the oats is
I know,
standing like right behind them.
Right behind
I
him, yeah.
I know. You know, what about twine? There's like 5 stacks. Of
Yeah.
twine.
Yeah, 5 sacks of twine. And then they get Winnie, the ex-fiance of Pee Wee, to go in the store and get the stuff. Now, why in the world was that? Was that old man so stupid that
I know, the same list.
the same list that he goes, and then the old lady, oh, she has a big appetite.
I know, that was crazy. I
I
can't believe they put that eating
know.
disorder joke in there, but I can in
Yeah.
the 80s, but
That was wild.
yeah, I was like, oh, they said
I
that.
forgot. But when I
Yeah.
saw that, it like Pavloved me. Like I remembered that.
Yeah, of course.
You know
That's
what
a
I
common
mean? Where I
joke.
was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yep.
That's a lot of oats.
And then the old ladies too. You know, they're all fuddy-duddies, but whenever they're looking, they get going peek at the circus, see what Pee Wee and I was doing. They're in the woods, whatever they were. And that the hippo comes behind the old lady and kind of, and she thinks it's the old man, and she said, "Oh,
I know.
yeah,
And she's
bro,
like,
you a dirty
"Here."
old man." But she was kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
like
she's like,
enjoying
"Oh,
it. You
so."
dirty
know,
old
right?
man.
Yeah, whatever she said, yeah.
She
They
thought
were
it was
so
old
funny.
man.
Their outfits, their sneaky outfits, they were all dressed like wheat and corn and leaves. And the guy had like a whole military uniform on. Like,
Oh, but I still can't get over that Vant, the talking pig was like. one of
I know
so
that
big.
pig was so funny.
Yeah, yeah. So eventually, the town says, "Look, we don't want your dang circus around here. We don't like your kind around here. Get out. You know, you're not gonna have your circus." So Chris Christopherson saying, "You know what? It's not worth it. We're just gonna move on." And like a gentleman, he said, "There's no need to argue. You know, like a real gentleman." He said, "If they don't want us, why stick around? There's other places we could go to have a circus, you know." And of course, Pee Wee goes into town and gives them his secret weenies that make the little cocktail wieners that make cocktail wieners that turn the old people into little bitty kids.
Jesus.
Jesus.
And what are kids like?
Circuses.
There you go.
Yeah.
So they all go to the circus.
For all the bigots. That would be great.
Yes.
That was the thing.
That would be.
It's such a
I know, that'd be
It
awesome.
doesn't really hurt them. You just like,
Yeah, then you raise them right.
and then you raise them right.
Exactly.
Re-education camp.
All right, so then he brings all the kids to the circus.
They bring them all to the circus. And now I don't know where these other people come from that circus.
There's so many people there.
There's tons of people at this circus. It's like, where were these people before in the town? They look like they only had a town of 100. Maybe.
Even also the performers. I'm like, there was not this many people at at Pee-wee's house.
I know. It's like, where these people came? And there's normal looking people. There's younger people and adults.
Well, and I was thinking that too. And I mean, obviously, this is Pee-wee. Like, this is a cartoonish fantasy movie. But I was like, why'd you come to the circus? There's like 10 people in this town. Like, why'd you bring the circus here? I know it was a storm, but why are you here? Like,
you know what? In this universe, I feel like they're just on the move. And they just go through wherever.
Well, and that's like kind of how the circus works back then.
Yeah.
But like usually it would be in a little bit more of a central location. Well, I guess maybe those people traveled from elsewhere.
I bet you back in those days, like, because again they're traveling by wagon and all, so it's kind of weird, you know. Yeah,
people hear it and see it.
And I think back then, and not really even the set, but like in that time, maybe
this is
20s,
older. This is obviously like
20s or 30s. Yeah. They probably just went whatever town they went to, and they had a circus.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. You know, and they just had a circus. I remember, and I don't know if they still do this or not, but I remember when the Ringling Brothers Circus used to come to New Orleans, they would have a parade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They would, and I think a lot of towns did that. They would have the elephants on the street. They would have them. I remember them going down Canal Street. Everybody was excited. Oh, the circus is down, the circus parade. They'll be doing just like this.
Best advertisement.
And it was like in the 70s, and they'll be having these parades. You know, I remember that specifically. Because the circus was a big deal, I'll be honest with you. You know, the circus, when the circus would come to town, everybody would go. The circus was a big deal back then. Now they have to give away free tickets, you know, whenever they come in town. They're playing it, they set up in some shopping center parking lot, and usually
it's always a mall parking lot.
Yeah, mall parking lot. Whatever, and they give the school kids free tickets. Hey, but yet the adult has to buy a ticket, but you kids get to come free, and they charge, you know, whatever they charge.
There's a little bit more entertainment out there now.
Yeah. A lot of entertainment. I mean, honestly, I think the last time I ever went to a circus, whenever Kinsey was probably young. But they would always have the Shrine Circus. We used to always go to the Shrine Circus, and that was I forgot what company had that, you know. And now they don't have animals no more, you know, so it's a completely different situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
And then like the little side shows, the little, you would call the freak shows, they don't have that no more, you know. I remember back in this, you know, when I was young, I remember going to one in Mississippi, me and little Skelly, and it was like, oh, come see these people, you know. It'd be like you walk in there, and it'll be a little person. It would just be, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, do you understand why that's not?
Well, of course you don't want to do that no more. I mean, you can't. I mean, that's just. Yeah, they would have a you know, a large person. They'll come see the world's largest person.
Of course, I mean, we just saw that's the freak show. But then, of course, you know, you treat these people like freaks, then you're not going to be able to eat at the damn restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me don't get Ramona going. Don't get me going.
I know, really.
I know. It was.
Speaking of having a little person, let's go back and give the queen her due, because Chris Christopherson's wife, Midge, the iconic queen, stunning goddess, played by Susan Tyrrell, also known as Ramona Ricketts from Crybaby. And she's so great in this movie. Every line that she delivers is like perfection. She is just such a beautiful, welcome presence in the movie. I just wanted to talk about her by herself for a minute.
I bet boy, I bet a lot of people haven't been to the circus. Nowadays.
I haven't
like
been
my-
in 20 years.
Yeah,
That's
my
the
grandkids
thing,
haven't
yeah.
gone. Like,
When I was a kid, I went to like Barnum and Bailey's, like in a big arena, not even like a
Mhm.
real circus.
Well,
You
that's
know
the
what
same.
mean?
I think I saw the Big
Yeah.
Apple Circus in New York, which is like had a permanent venue. Like it was, which I mean, they still did all sorts of stuff, but it was a little more.
if you went to a circus, and they used to have the Ringling Brothers Circus in the Municipal Auditorium in New Orleans, and that circus was great. Okay, it was small, it was intimate, and it was great. Okay, you would go early. Your mom and dad would bring you, whoever your parents would bring you, whatever, ain't whatever they would bring you, and you'd be able to go see the lions before. You'd be able to go see the elephants. You'd be able to. It was just an experience. Then when the Superdome opened up, they started having the circus in the Superdome, and I remember that's like one of the first events I went to. Yes.
Oh.
And this was like whenever the Superdome first opened up, like 77. I forgot what year it was, but I remember everybody wanted to go to the circus at the Superdome. But by that time, it wasn't good because you were so. It wasn't.
It's huge.
It was huge. Couldn't see nothing.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, when I used to bring Kinsey and all to the Shrine Circus, that was great. I mean, they'd have a little thing. They would have a dog they had like a dog like in a stuffed animal, and you thought it was like a wind-up stuffed animal. And that dog did all kind of tricks. It was just fantastic. You don't have, I mean, the circus has, and for good reason, they weren't taking care of probably the animals and whatnot, especially in the 70s and all, and they probably weren't taking care of the workers.
No.
I mean, for good reason, it had to shut down. And now it's more, like the circus will,
Well, yeah, they have like a lot of gymnasts and acrobats, and if there are animals, it's like small trained domesticated animals, like cats and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
cats, dogs. That's why we saw a dog, a dog doing it, and which is right. I mean, but it was just a throwback time that you don't see no more. And again, it was what it was, and I wouldn't go sit through a circus again. I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't think I'd ever go sit through a circus again in my life. I would even want to go like the acrobat, what they call the circus now. Like, what is it called? The Circus Soleil, whatever.
Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really the circus.
Yeah.
I think it's that's just like acrobats.
It's acrobats.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went see one at the casino one time.
Oh yeah, did you like it?
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem to me like it would be up your alley.
I didn't care for it. I like the clown that was performing before, like he would do funny stuff, and he was almost like that mime, Tom the Mime that you see at SeaWorld. Yeah. He was almost the exact same thing like that. He would make do the audience and all before the show. So he was. That's what I like. I like one of the characters in the movie. Oh, I think it was Gina, and Krista Christopherson asked her, "Oh, what do you like about him?" And she said, "Oh, he makes me laugh." And Gina said, Chris Christopherson said, "Well, if you wanted somebody who would make you laugh, there's Clowny right there. She said, he's a clown. Nobody laughs at clowns."
I know. She did. That was really funny.
He's a clown. Clowns aren't funny. Well, I laughed at it. The worst part, and we're gonna move on from here, but I was always scared of clowns, and I was scared of the Shrine Circus. They used to I think I told this story before, but at the Shrine Circus, they would have this gorilla that would come out. It was really a person dressed in a gorilla costume, and they would start doing tricks, and you see the gorilla doing tricks and all, and then all of a sudden the gorilla breaks free, it goes on its own, and then it went in the audience. Of course, it was plants, people planted in the audience, but it scared the crap out of me because I'd be please don't come over here. And then the gorilla would throw go through the lady's purse, and you would have a personal item, whatever it would be, and people be laughing. And then he would take a man's popcorn and spill it over his head and take his drink and pour it to the guy. And I'm like, no, don't come to me. I'd be scared. I'd be scared. No, No, I'd be like crying. I'd want
Yeah,
to
because
leave.
you think there's a wild animal loose.
Yeah.
Of course you're crying.
I remember a few times too. Like I made my parents take me out. Like when I see they did the bit every year. I should have known.
Of course.
But I was a kid and I thought it was real. And I remember the gorilla would come out, and like when I'd see the gorilla come out to do the tricks, I said, let's go in the lobby. Let's go. You know, I would go in the lobby because I was so scared. You know,
No,
I didn't want to see it. Traumatized me. You know, that ain't no fun.
You know, Harold, I used to be afraid in the same way when they used to do the onion volcano at the hibachi. You know, when they make the I definitely used to. It's a wild animal is a little scarier, but why is it so scary?
Yeah, I didn't want to see it. I was scared. I thought for sure.
You want to be safe.
Yeah, I thought for sure they would come on my side of the arena and start, you know, messing with my mom or take my popcorn and put it over my head or something. You know, I don't want them to dig in my mom's purse and
look for bananas.
Who knows what was in there? You know, there always be something that make people laugh in the lady's purse. You know, something questionable usually, or you know, or
you
he would
think they were a plant. Do you think the people who were real?
Oh well, but the movie wise, man, I'll tell you what, Pee-wee, Big Top Pee-wee gets 5 crabs in my book. You know,
I liked it so much more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, 5 crabs. I could do without the romance, but you know what? Without the romance, and it really probably would have been the same.
No, that's
movie.
the whole movie. Yeah, that's the whole plot. Not all of it, but it's a big part of it.
Yeah, and I gotta say,
they played it the way they played it,
and
I
gotta say those
there's like little tiny. There's some like little problematic stuff that kind of you could split hairs about, but ultimately the message was so positive, and they didn't make any of the freaks look like freaks.
Yeah,
100%.
They're like people. Yeah,
they were real people. They were real human beings. They were real human beings and real emotion and real life people. Yeah, they didn't play them like they were.
No.
Well, like how they are portrayed in the circus.
And then they do this whole thing, and then they hit you with that song that just slaps you in the face with the allegory like a John Waters movie, and then they're out.
I know. I was
like,
surprised when the movie ended the way it did.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you, those animals at the end were very. I never saw animals like that walk on a tightrope before.
I know.
You know, it's funny. It's like obviously this was a Pee-wee movie, and it's Pee-wee, and it was very Pee-wee humor. But until he did the tequila dance on that tightrope, I was like, oh, I forgot I was watching a Pee-wee movie because he was such a different version of the character, you know.
100%.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's tequila. This is that nice Pee-wee.
the only. And you know what was weird? I don't know if you call. Hey, crispy shrimps, nice seeing you. Nice seeing you. Nice. You know what was funny about this too? I'm sure you caught it, man. Maybe some people did it, but a lot of his jokes, like I know you are, but what am I? Was said by other people.
Totally.
You made me laugh. It was said by other. It wasn't Pee-wee line. It was like said by other.
He said, "So funny, I forgot to laugh."
Yeah, it was said by other people. So it was kind of weird. The tequila dance got me back into thinking it was a Pee-wee movie, and the beginning. I find like the beginning of him dreaming that
was like the beginning of Big Adventure. Totally.
Yeah. Those were the parts that I really thought was more
and like anytime there was like, you know, and there really was a lot of physical humor, and I mean, like obviously he does physical humor, but it was really like a lot of slapstick in there. It was really like for my taste, so it worked. I mean, I'm gonna say I was cracking up whenever he was trying to find a talent and he was swinging the ropes for the ladies up on the and he was whoa. That made me laugh too. That was one of the funny ones, definitely.
Yeah, and he's just tangled up in the ropes.
And he fell, and his whole leg went through the.
Oh, I know. And then he's like hanging on the side.
So real.
Yeah,
I
on
was
the side of the net. Yeah.
I also laughed too whenever he was in the cannon. All those bits I laughed.
I know, they're good. I know.
Yeah, and he comes out and he shoots out. They thought he shot out, but he comes out the cannon. It's just a funny. It's a good. It's good.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Some people said, "Oh, well, he ruined his movie." No, that didn't ruin his. I mean, we know what ruined his. After that, what
I
happened to him.
know.
It really wasn't that movie. I think he
No,
would have had more
obviously it
chances to
wasn't
make.
Big Top Pee-wee. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he would have had other chances to make
funny.
other movies. That it was just that it's unfortunate. We all know the story of what happened, and it kind of
Now
put it.
we'll have to watch the one they put on Netflix. That'll have to be our.
Oh, I love that one.
I know, I enjoyed that one too. But
Oh,
you
I
know what
love
people
that.
were saying that we should consider is the Blues Brothers.
Oh,
That's a lot of people requested that we watch them.
May I tell y'all something?
What Blues Brothers 2000?
May I make a confession?
Oh,
I've never watched the Blues Brothers in my life.
Even more of a reason to do it for our
Oh,
movie club.
it's going down.
We don't have to do it yet, but
I've seen parts. I mean, I've seen scenes, but I've never watched the Blues Brothers in my life.
Funny.
I'm curious whether you'll think it's funny or whether you'll think that it's not doesn't quite hit for you, because I could see either way.
I don't know why I never did. It was like it came out at a time. Maybe I just didn't go see it, and I just never saw it again.
He was not a good old Blues Brothers boy.
Well, that's
not a good old Blues Brothers boy.
Well, we'll do Blues Brothers in a few weeks or so.
Yeah, next time we want to watch
yeah. But I never watched it, so 5 crabs for me for Big Top Pee-wee. I don't know about y'all, but
yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
The music hit too. That music.
Oh, so good. Such good music.
Danny Elfman.
Of course, Danny Elfman.
He's
every
the
time.
best.
Yeah, that circus theme was just.
Well, and that Pee-wee's Big Adventure was his first film score.
Yeah, and then
this was like his roots was Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this chair is so loud.
I know. Why?
Well, very good. Very
loud.
good. 5 crabbers all around, I believe. Well, it was good. It was good. It was a product of its time too. So, but I think it was done tastefully. And again, it's always fun to see a character break out of character a little bit. Little.
It was really good for what it was.
Yeah. Very good.
There are some little minor critiques about it, but it was like, it's always like weird when you do something different, and they really tried it, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let's not just do the same thing over. Let's
Yeah. Oh, they Paul Rubens really did try to make something completely different. I don't know what he had. I'm sure he had a lot to do because he wrote the movie and everything else.
I really felt like you could really see his vision and his voice shine through in this movie. And there's a lot of parts where I'm like, wow, that's cool. I can see why he would choose to want to do it this way.
Yeah, I agree. And I read an article that said that he made it as an homage because he loved the circus as a kid. He grew up in Florida and he just loved the circus, and Florida was big for that.
And as a young performer, when there's less of an outlet for that, I'm sure the circus was really exciting.
Yeah, it was exciting for a lot of people, especially if it would come to your town. Even a small town like us, it was always exciting to see. So, gang, so that is our movie club, and you know what? I forgot.
What?
There's a real cool club on the other side of town where the real cool kids go to sit around and talk bad about the other kids. Yeah, it's a real cool club and you're not part of it. There's Billy, pickles and patty cakes too, and Cubby's making mean jokes about you. Ha ha, you little twin. Yeah, it's a real cool club and you're not part of it.
Now, it's time for the club that everybody wants to be a part of, the After Show Chat Movie Club.
I make so many openings. I forgot I had an opening.
I forgot. Did you ever play that before?
Yeah,
probably the last time.
One time. That was so funny. The Burger King Kids Club.
I make so many openings that, and we're wrapping it up. And I'm like, wait a minute, don't we have
we have a proper?
we have a theme song for everything we do.
I just want to say, when you sang the Angelo winning song, that was the most You were right on it. I thought I was behind the curtain, and I thought you were playing a track. A lot of times when you sing over something live, it's like a delay. It sounded excellent. Excellent.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course.
And sometimes you try to sing over it, but it's the delayed sometimes.
Well, that's the thing. You never know how it's going to end up.
It really hit this time. It was good.
Yeah.
Which means we were probably off, but it worked for us.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But I did reset my browser. So,
Nice.
I tell you what we'll do if y'all don't mind. Gene, I know you had something. But I think we said we we're going to hold up.
Yeah, I mean, that's next week.
That's next week. Let's, if we can, we have a little time to kill. Let's do a little watch party if we may. Okay. Play the theme. Okay. I'll grab a beer while we do it.
Watch party tonight. Watch party tonight. Watch party tonight. Watch party tonight. We're gonna have a watch party tonight. All right. We're gonna have a watch party. All right. Tonight. We got nothing better to do than watch old videos and have a couple of brews. That's right, it's the after show chat watch party with little Aaron, Angelo, Ramona, Ken, and HD. So sit back in your favorite chair, grab some popcorn, and join the gang. And now it's time to roll that video footage. So let's roll.
Oh, that's an old one.
That was
That's
the
an old-
ancient history version.
That was an old one. That's one that was right there, and I don't know why. I just
deleted it. We have it. It's under new watch party theme. I'll rename it so it's more.
I know. It was right there, and I clicked on it.
No, you're good. I don't care.
I was in a hurry. I was in a hurry to get a beer, and I didn't realize why I had clicked on the old.
Funny.
That's an old one from the old days. Talk about Pee Wee Herman old days. All right, gang. I found this online. I don't know. Maybe y'all saw it before. I never saw it. And I'm watching this video I found. It was a clip. I think I saw it on Instagram. Somebody posted a clip. So I was watching. I said, man, this is interesting. This is a video. I guess this came out in the 80s. They're making instructional videos. I guess. I really don't know the story about this video. Maybe somebody else does. It's a video about how to get revenge.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, good. I was just looking to learn.
Oh, gee, you're gonna love this video because there's lots of ideas on here. That you're gonna, oh my goodness! And this video is an hour long.
Oh, sweet! Extra long episode, guys. Strap in.
Yes. So let's watch a clip of this. Now, the amazing thing of this is it's narrated by Linda Blair.
Wow, The Exorcist.
Yes. And now, obviously, I mean, these are set up, but this is an instructional video. I never heard of this, and maybe somebody else did. But let's see this one. This is the old. Well, let's just watch it. I mean, they're gonna explain it. Let's say you want to get revenge on your name. Now, I'm gonna talk about this after, but let me get this going. Let me get this going. All right. Let's. It's called How to Get Revenge. Okay.
You remember this classic bit of adolescent revenge. The idea was to fill a paper bag with fresh animal droppings. The fresher, the better. Then place it on the victim's doorstep.
The fresher, the better, by the way.
Oh, no, not the fire. They did it.
Knock on the victim's front door, then run to his backyard.
A stormproof match.
Then when the victim arrived, usually the neighborhood grouch, he'd have no choice but to put
Neighborhood
out the fire.
Wow, what an
Meanwhile,
explosion.
you'd run to the victim's back door and
Now look at this. He goes to the back door.
This would cause the startled
So he
victim
walked
to
through his
run
house
back
covered in
to his
poop.
home.
Now he has to walk. Oh no!
Soiling his fine shed carpet with animal droppings. Well, you've made your clean exit.
Oh my
Fasten your
gosh!
seatbelt.
What is this? Is it an hour long?
Yeah,
That's amazing. We should
They-
watch the whole thing.
I know we should. We should. I mean, it's amazing. I never thought of the aspect of going to the backyard and banging on the back door.
That is new. Well, obviously it's not new, but that was really that was enlightened. That was really exciting.
No, I just thought of doing the front.
I know. And you know what? He's right. You got to be careful. Don't be doing
Yeah,
stuff
it's
like
true.
this.
Yeah, he would shoot the kid
Yes.
down. I agree.
Look,
Yeah,
look,
but
look,
that's
look.
crazy.
Look, they're gonna show some stuff on here. Do not do this stuff, all right?
Oh,
And then they have, I'm not gonna play it all, but there's this they get this revenge expert on, okay? And his job,
How do you qualify that? I'm curious.
well, his job, he says, is to get revenge on people.
Oh, it
And
must be Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang.
And they have a whole movie with Stephen Chow that does the same thing, the Tricky King. He gets revenge on people by same thing, you know, same kind of concept.
You always get me instantly wanting to watch one of those movies. I'll watch that.
Let me now I'm gonna play this one. Okay, let's see. Of course, it's gonna be a guy named Harold who's getting picked on. Okay.
At least you're not the neighborhood grouch.
At least you're
no, but stereotype. You gotta have somebody who's getting picked on named Harold, of course.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Harold.
I know it's so funny that you happen to get that name.
Oh my God.
That they're like, oh, you know what's a good goofy name to use for a goofy thing? Harold. Like, why?
I ordered Chinese on Friday, and usually when I order Chinese, it's either Linda, who's she's good, she takes my name, or it's her Joker brother. Sometimes I call up and I say, look, Carolyn's gonna pick it up, and her Joker brother. You don't sound like Carolyn, So this week I called up and he said, I said it's for Harold. Oh, Harold or Harold? I said Harold. Not Harold, right? Harold. Ha ha ha. All right.
He knows you.
It's not even funny.
It's just not Harold.
I know, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it,
like,
but
he's just being a
He
joke.
always makes a joke.
I'm not laughing very much either.
It's not funny.
He always makes a joke. Always on. He's a jokester. All right, here we go.
On the athletic fields, some do it in their love life. Yet there are just a few who feel a great need to stress their superiority over decent, honest, basic human beings, such as my client, Mr. Harold Jerriman over here. Harold, why don't you pick it up from here?
Well, the incident took place on Thursday afternoon during my lunch break. I was eating at the little diner across the street from the...
What year?
One chopstick in each hand, trying to scoop a little pillow. And he has a bowl cut and a big pair of double bridge nose glasses and a plaid button-up shirt all the way up to his neck. Very like classic nerd style.
Very kind. And what people didn't know how to use chopsticks in the 80s? They have to eat with like they're.
Well, and especially this guy. Did you know it was you talked about the Chinese food?
No, I forgot about that. I forgot all about that. All right, let's watch.
Library where I work. Everything was perfectly normal.
Oh, a lady in a jock coming in,
It
looking at
was
him
then
through the
that I
window.
first noticed him.
Oh, look at that tall drink of water.
Wow, they looked at him and said, "Let's go in and bully this guy."
At first, I didn't pay much attention to him, being more interested in
both
my
chewing
meal.
Right,
However, it soon became evident that he was a troublemaker.
Hey, I see a good place to sit. Come on.
I'm just kind of...
Oh my gosh.
Buddy, mind if we eat here?
Well, actually, yes, but there are other tables available.
I know that, Wimp, but I want to eat at this one because I want to watch my truck. You understand?
If you give me a moment, I'm just about finished.
Just about
Finish. Full plate.
I can't wait. Besides, it looks to me like your orders to go.
Oh, right in his lap. Oh, all that rice that he wasn't
I had
eating.
no choice but to leave.
Oh man.
As I was leaving, I noticed the man's license plate number and made a mental note of it.
Right on his lap. There's two
I was
chairs
so
there.
humiliated. This kind of thing happened to me many times in the past, and I wanted to get even with that man. I looked upon him as being all the people who have hurt me rolled into one, and that's when I contacted Mr. Vickers.
Well, when Harold first came to me, he didn't know what to do. All he had was the punk's license number, but that was enough for me. I went down to the Department of Motor Vehicles, and I filled out a form stating that, I had a small accident with this guy, and I was just checking to verify his address. Within a couple of days, I had the punk's address. Now, Harold here was adamant about getting even with him himself, so we laid out a battle plan. Well, Harold, you take over, buddy.
With pleasure. Once I had the man's name and address, I decided to start off with what the man apparently wanted, food. So from a payphone across the street from the man's apartment, I called about 15 takeout restaurants and had them send him all types of food. And I had them spaced out so that they would arrive about every 15 minutes. Let me back up a moment to tell you that there had been a series of robberies at a local convenience store chain. Now, with that in mind, I planted a toy handgun under the truck's seat.
Wow.
I threw in a city map with the locations of the convenience stores circled in red and a few newspaper clippings about the robbery. Then I went to a telephone and phoned the police and stated anonymously that I had seen where the robber lived and that I had seen his gun in his truck. To make a long story short, the police arrived just as the man was getting into his truck. When the police saw the gun, the map, and the newspaper clippings, well, let's just say that the man had a lot of explaining to do down at the station.
That's really.
I know. And then he has Howlin' Wolf as his
I know, really, yeah.
What's his name? Wolfman Jack or whatever.
That is insanity.
Guy.
You're gonna plant a toy gun in the guy's truck. Call the police.
Crazy. That was one of the most wildest things. This is like this is like brilliant sketch comedy, like SCTV, but
even when he gave the license plate number to the guy's like, I went to the DMV. I'm like, whoa, hold on, this is already we're getting too far here. Like, and I'm like, this is not cute. Like, they were to you, but like
in the 70s,
I guess
go and like
it's like the yellow
fill out a
pages.
full
Yeah.
This is insanity. The police are gonna come. He's gonna have a fake gun. He's gonna get him
real.
He's gonna get killed. What the heck?
He was certain he wanted himself.
That was so fun. I know. He said, "Here, buddy, why don't you take over?" He said, "With pleasure." He loved it. He was like, "I really hung that guy up, didn't I?"
It was really so much premeditation. Like,
now watch it. I'm gonna do one more.
Is this real? Because
I don't know.
Like,
I think that's questionable.
Well, and this is but I'm getting somewhere.
Okay.
I want to know, not only is it real or is it not, but these are all dramatizations and we don't know the validity. So is this just like revenge porn of the 70s? Made these stories as like rage bait for people to watch it. Like,
yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like crazy. Like
maybe,
this is
maybe it's. I really don't know. I mean, I haven't done that much research on it. You know, I just was laughing. But maybe it's like, because a lot of these sound like old wives' tale. You know, you heard about the guy he left his.
Some guy came in and pushed my face in my food, so then I did this.
Yeah,
or seems like a contrived, and I don't mean like a revenge porn, like in that other way. I mean like
people like watching someone get revenge.
They like the revenge, like they like it like a soap opera. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe
It's
like because they have one. You know, maybe like you always hear the one. Oh yeah, the guy ran off with the husband ran off with his secretary, so he called his wife instead to sell his Corvette. So she sold it for 50 cents and sent him the.
I know, right? And then when she came home that afternoon, the Corvette was gone. Like it always is like.
Yeah, it's like
crazy.
It's like,
yeah. That's exactly what it seems like.
But that's
still very entertaining.
Well, that's the thing. It's entertainment. Well, I'm getting so froggy. I can't.
All right, we're gonna go one more, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But here we go. Now we're going to hear from another revenge expert. Okay, they have all these experts on revenge. I don't know where these people hang out at to get all these experts from revenge.
Out to protect us. Meet Private Investigator Kyle Pappenfuss. He's about to take us on a tour of what one can do to a Mark's home.
All right. First things first. The mailbox. Easy pickings. Everybody has a mailbox, and everybody reaches for their mail. Who says you can't put more than mail in there, huh? How about some pancake batter, motor oil, Jello, pudding? Anything can go in there. Just close your eyes and think of something nasty you wouldn't want in there. Get the picture?
At least what you think.
Every homeowner takes pride in a really beautiful lawn. It's considered part of the pride of ownership of a house. Of course, to me, it's just a gigantic opportunity. You see, a little weed killer in a bottle like this can work on a lawn. See, it not only kills the weeds, it kills the grass. So you can spray this over and make all kinds of designs on somebody's lawn. As a matter of fact, you could even spell out obscene words. In a couple of weeks, when the grass dies, wham, you'll have trouble with the neighbors for the next month. Okay, we're at the front door. If you're really looking for a way to tick off your newfound friend, how about the doorknob, the keyhole, some nice epoxy glue right in there. This is going to cost them not only aggravation, but money, too. And another nice...
You know, everything they tell you right here, you're breaking federal law, messing with the mail.
I know, literally. I'm like, you're going to jail, like prison.
Oh my God! You in their yard, destroying the property.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Nice thing
That
about
is
the front
funny.
door. Most front doors have a mail slot. And you know where mail slots go? The living room. That's right. Now, you only do this if you really want to get back at your newfound friend here. Because a lot of times they put hoses right next to the front door. And you know what you can do with that hose? You can run it right into the mail slot right there.
Oh my God.
You turn it on, you split the scene. Captain Happy comes home and he can paddle his way to the telephone. Now, while we're at the front door here, what better way to get to your Mark than by leaving a message on that very same door? Say he's got somebody working for him, like a gardener, a pool man, a bottled water guy. You can leave a message for them on there. Like for the pool guy, for instance. Say, drain the pool and give it an acid bath. That's usually a couple of $100 bucks. Or better yet, for the gardener, those expensive hedges. Pull them out. Put in pumpkins or palm trees. Or you can get that bottled water guy. Leave a message from the Mark saying, hey, stop making nice with my wife. I know what you're doing. I'm on to you. Hey, there's thousands of things you can do with messages. Be creative. Have fun with it. Now, if he has a pool and you can get access to it without anybody seeing you, whoo, what a gallon of cooking oil wouldn't do for that pool, especially the first. All right. Hey, and when the swimmers come out, they have this beautiful glow.
This is just cruel.
I love this guy. He's great.
Well, wait till he gets inside the house.
Oh gosh.
Slime all over them.
Who is this for?
Us right now.
If your special someone happens to have an air conditioning unit like this, buy yourself a nice little jar of salmon eggs like this. You can get it at any sporting goods store. Open it up. Oh, dump it in the main filter unit. And in a couple of minutes, they're going to think they're living in Newark.
Hey.
What?
I knew he was from here.
Oh, that's what it's like in Newark.
It's here and there. They literally got a street called Fish House Road.
A few generations, huh? Well, if you get inside a house like this, here's a couple more things you can do that are fun. Firstly, the thermostat. This is a heat thermostat. You want to turn it all the way up on high, especially on a nice hot day. And then you take some glue out and you pop it right in there so it stays on high. A couple of hours, they're going to have that sauna they've always dreamed of.
The glue, that's really dastardly.
The kitchen is a limitless source of retribution. One of the neat little things I like to do is switch the labels on the canned goods. Peas, carrots,
wow,
onions,
that's
other kinds of
ingenious.
canned goods. Things like burrito, corned beef hash, dog food. Imagine the surprise.
Steve, it might be how to get
think
shot.
of a can of salmon and there's nothing but dog food in there. Pretty good gross out, don't you think? Now, when most people open the refrigerator, they expect to find food inside. What if you got there ahead of your mark and, say, put some dirty laundry in there, huh? How about that? Look at that.
Hey, how about that?
Food salad, huh? Oh, what do we got here? Oh, it probably belonged to the pool man. Huh?
The pool man?
Right,
I can
what
leave
do we
it
got
for
here? Little breeding room in there, don't you think? Well, if that doesn't go so well, you could probably think of 1,000 other things that will. all inside the fridge. Think about it. Get the big picture, huh?
Oh my God.
Finally, here's what my father taught me. Now, if the house has a dishwasher, and these kind of cupcakes usually do, you just open it up, and you get all the good dishes, and you jam them inside, and then you get a packet of dye, just like this, and you stuff it inside. You shut it, you let it mix around, and their whitest china is going to look like a Rorschach test. Well, that's it for now, kids. Just remember, trashing your enemies can be a lot of fun.
I imagine you would destroy the dishwasher too.
Oh my God!
Wow, that one was really fun. Thanks for
I
playing that
need
whole
like
thing.
a deep dive of it. I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Yes, please do.
Be careful. You guys better watch out. She's going to be an expert at revenge.
I will put the link up in the chat right now if anybody wants to watch. Oh man, my nose can't stop leaking. It's like a river. Somebody must have played a joke on me and put
That's it.
What are you getting sick too?
I know you're catching our colds. From
I have sinus problems, I think. I'll put the link in if anybody wants to watch it.
I am gonna watch that. That is really something. I want to know who that was for. I assume it was like a home video.
Yeah, like what? Who released that? Yeah,
it was probably like, oh, order this home video, because they always used to have stuff like that back in the day.
Yeah, I would think it's
and funny thing. You know what I mean? Like
I would think it's a joke. I mean, it's got to be a joke. I mean, there's no way this is a serious. I mean.
A lot of that literally was like against the law, so I would have to agree.
I mean, yeah, if somebody's following any of these tips, dude,
I'm sure there's a huge disclaimer at the beginning.
Yes, you deserve to get whatever you get. There's getting revenge and just breaking the law and
most of it wasn't revenge. Most of it was just doing stuff to people. It was not like
committing felonies.
Yeah,
that's how we get. This video should be called "Get Put in Jail."
Literally,
how to get put in jail. I mean,
I think Steve said how to get shot.
How to get shot. And, can you? I don't care what they. This is ridiculous. All right. Tell the pool guy, hey, I know what you've been doing, Well, what the pool guy? I mean, the water guy. How's that gonna hurt? I know what you've been doing, the water guy. What the water guy is gonna say? What is there? I don't even know his wife. What the
nonsense?
And I'm sure the gardener's not gonna look at a note and say, oh, he wants me to replace all his prize hedges with banana trees. Put Crisco in their swimming pool, vegetable oil. Come on. Oh, silliness. That's a good video, though.
That was great. Thank you.
You gotta watch it all. Good watch party.
Yeah. It was a good watch party.
Oh, like it probably has more. I mean, you probably could watch a whole hour of it, and it's like my favorite one is, of course, the kid. I mean,
that was when he got the guy, and then the guy's like dancing on the rug.
I know he had to walk on it so much.
He's all over his shoes and
yeah, over exaggerated walking on the jet. I know, yeah. Yeah, like he couldn't take off his shoe or know that somebody.
What do I do? Like,
yeah, like he didn't know somebody was. He had to walk through his house with his with his thing.
Paul Doc Tucker, nice to see you.
Hi.
Hey.
Better late than never. We're happy to have you, but we're almost done.
Yeah, we're just about done. And that of course this reminds me of this scene. And we're gonna end this with this and always makes me laugh.
Old man Clemente. Shit. Here he comes.
McDonald.
What do you want? Judas Priest Barber is one of those flaming bags again.
Don't put it out with your boots, Tad.
Don't tell me my business, devil woman. Call the fire department. This one's out of control. Poop again.
He called the shit poo.
All right.
Oh my god.
What a classic. Oh, I still use that line sometimes. I still say, like Mrs. Dufresne
Of course,
tells me.
that's one of the funny lines that still holds up right there.
Oh my goodness. I always like Mrs. Dufresne tells me, like, go, you have to go cut the grass. Don't tell me what to do, you devil woman.
Oh, no. I thought you meant he called the shit poop.
Oh no. I say that too. And I also say, Dad, don't tell me my business, devil. That's what I always say to the devil. Don't tell me what to do, devil woman. And I say, good Judas Priest.
Oh my God.
I also like the line too. We had Sloppy Joe's the other night. I always use the Sloppy Joe line too.
I
Hey,
know.
I want
I
some
always
Sloppy
can tell you. I always say about the extra sloppy joes.
That's the
I
only
made
thing
them
I know about
extra
that movie.
sloppy.
Yeah, the extra sloppy.
I know how you kids
like them
sloppy.
You like them extra sloppy. Sloppy Joe.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
maybe I could be a lunch lady one day, and I can do that. Sloppy Joes.
That's a pretty good. I got to be honest with you. Being a lunch lady is a pretty darn good job.
I know. I'm not playing.
No, I know you're not. I know. It has good benefits.
Be a lunch lady. That would be so awesome.
I wish I would have been I'll be honest with you. I wish I would have got out of school and been a lunch person. And
that's right.
I'd be retired right now. I know some lunch.
Ooh, I like that.
I like some lunch people. I know some people that worked in the cafeteria at schools, and they're retired already, and they're my age. They're like, and here I am still struggling to.
It's like basically a civil service job, you know?
Yeah. It's a good job. It's a very good job.
It's not an easy job to get.
No, Mrs. D wanted to get. Yeah, Mrs. D wanted to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. D wanted to get.
I have so many years of food prep and food service.
Yeah, you have the right experience where, like, if you got the right person or something, you could get that job.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And basically,
give your good vibes for Ramona becoming a lunch lady one day.
I know.
Did Adam Sandler make a song, Lunch Lady?
Oh, the Lunch Lady Land. Yeah, and then they had Chris Farley dressed like a lunch lady, dancing around like on a wire.
I think Keenan and Kel had a bit too for the lunch people, and they always wanted to serve peas. All we are saying is give peas a chance. All right, gang. Very good show. Angelo, thank you so much for sharing your winnings and proving everybody wrong that you did not have to get a tattoo in Portland. I'll tell you this. Angelo's punk rock. He don't listen. No, everybody was expecting him to get a tattoo, and he said, I'm going to get my revenge on you. I ain't getting no tattoo.
And go check your mailbox. It's full of motor oil.
Oh, Steve Templar is already mad because he didn't get one. He's going to be having you better go check your you better check underneath your seat, make sure there's no toy gun.
Oh yeah. And a map.
You want to know a real life one? You want to know a real life one? I'm going to tell you real quick before we go, because it made me think of it with the motor oil in the mailbox. Someone one time, to my old friend Scott with a K, he had this big old crazy rusted conversion van with a futon, like screw guns into the back as the seats, and a 9-inch nails on the license plate. And I don't know what kind of enemy he made, but I imagine it's not that hard to think of. Like, so for the longest time, he started having car trouble. And he's like, every time I get above, when I'm going fast, my car starts like messing up. And he was like trying to deal with it for months. And he couldn't figure out. He took it to a million different places. And then finally he took it to one mechanic and described the problem. And the guy was like, oh, I know. And he like sucked out the thing. Someone just put a big wadded up ball of paper towels in a gas tank. So then
That's crazy.
every time he got above a certain amount,
Yeah, the pistons like couldn't pull right,
and it would
right?
clog the,
yeah.
it would clog the hole that was like feeding the gas.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was it.
Wow.
And it took him so long to find out. He wasted so much
Yeah,
time.
because no one's gonna cut open the, like someone had to know that what was going on.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it would remind me of that when I was watching the stupid revenge thing.
That's unbelievable. Oh, you don't do amateur stuff. You better watch out.
I would not. Yeah, I would expect.
No, never.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking whenever I saw the video? I was thinking Blaze, if we make a remake, Blaze would be great for this remake. Oh, let me tell you, you want to get revenge on that? No good. Well, let me tell you, wrap up a paper towel, put it nice and tight in their gas cap. You see? Then when they go about 25 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, boo, 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 boo. You see? Put a gun underneath their car. And
a real one. Please, calm down. Call the cops.
Then when the cops come and they say, put them up with your hands up and you're going to see the gun, you might get shot. No, I don't know. You know, it could
I know. Well, that's what the
very
thing was. That's
crazy.
what you watch.
Very crazy. Very crazy. I heard of somebody already doing shrimp juice, like shrimp juice, and opening up their window or their door and just pouring like cups of shrimp juice in their car in the middle of the summer, and like the heat in that summer would just you can never get the smell out. I don't think they ever got that smell. You know, it goes in the carpet and it's just that heat and this. Oh, now look, this thing. It was not. I swear, it was not me. Okay, it was not me. But I heard it was happening to somebody. Okay, I never saw it. It maybe it's another wives' tale. I don't know, you know, but I heard somebody say it before. All right, gang. We went. I thank y'all so much. Look, Wednesday we are leaving to go to Florida.
When do you come back?
We're coming back either Saturday or Sunday, so I'll be good for next week.
Okay.
I'll have stories to talk about. Yeah, we're gonna go eat at Lambert's. Throw us some rolls. If you're not familiar with Lambert's, they throw you rolls. Hey, hot rolls, hot rolls,
hot roll.
Hot roll.
And you can get hog jowl.
I always tell them, I say, listen, they're calling my name. Hot rolls, hot roll. Hey, throw me a roll. We're gonna spend one night in Gulfport to stay at the casino for free. Go to Fort Walton Beach and then stay one night there. Then probably 2 nights in Pensacola, and go there and then drive home. So instead of going to the Tupelo Elvis Festival, we are going to
take a nice trip.
Take a nice trip, and Tupelo's not getting my money this year.
No, they don't.
That's right. If you don't deserve it, you don't get it. That's
how I get revenge. Keep all these big bucks at home.
You're not gonna Colonel Parker you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So going to a different Elvis festival, one that's reasonable. So, all right, gang. Anything else? Anybody?
I don't think so.
Not today.
What?
All right.
What did you say?
Not today.
Oh,
not today. Thank you.
Not today. And look, anybody who want a prize, I'm going to get those out. Just be patient. I'm going to be reaching out for your shirt size and go from there. And I'll announce it on my Facebook page. All right. Thank y'all so much, Jane, Ramona, Angelo, everybody who watches. Pee Wee, thank you.
Paul Rubens, dedicated to you. We love you.
Yeah, thank you.
Love
One
you
more
so
time.
much, baby. Thank you for Big Time Pee Wee. If your
All
life's
right.
a circus in your own backyard.
Start a circus in your own backyard. I always wanted to build a roller coaster in my backyard.
I know, dude. Totally.
Oh, one of those little ones?
Yeah.
Where you pedal
I
it?
wanted a big one. I had a dream. I thought, I'm going to go. I thought that roller coaster was made out of aluminum cans. So I'd go around the neighborhood collecting aluminum cans and thinking I'm going to build me a roller coaster. I obviously didn't know how roller coasters work. That you don't make
you need a little more heft.
I don't know how I was going to make all these cans into roller coaster. I had no concept, but I was collecting cans to make a roller coaster.
Wow.
I had a wild imagination.
Yeah,
I had a wild imagination, even back then. Man can dream, a boy can dream, can't he? Pee-wee dreamed of having a circus in his backyard. Harold Dufresne dreamed of having the biggest roller coaster in the world made out of aluminum cans in his backyard. So,
yep.
And
no idea how got the engine running either. I don't know.
You didn't, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and
yeah. I think that dream lasted about an hour. Yeah, I think it lasted about an hour.
Yeah.
Then my mom said, Then she said, yeah, what are you doing with these cans? And I probably said, making me a roller coaster, Mom. She probably said, Harold Sr., talk to your boy over here. All right, gang. Talk to your 18-year-old boy over here. He thinks you make
I know, right? He's 40 and he's trying to make a roller coaster out of cans.
He's married with and he comes.
But he has a grandchild.
Yeah.
He doesn't even live here.
Yeah.
He's trying to take up the whole backyard.
Yeah, he's 56 years old and he's still showing up in our backyard trying to make a roller coaster with cans.
You're like,
talk to your boy. One morning he's waking up and we find him sleeping in the doghouse with his legs hanging out the doghouse, drunk. And the next morning he's over here trying to build a roller coaster out of aluminum cans.
Not good.
And he made that $1,500 phone bill.
Oh,
45 years ago.
That's so much money.
Sorry, mother.
$1,500. What year was that?
1984.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's a horrible exchange rate. And what is that in today's money? All right, let's end the show.
I better shut up, baby. My mom's watching. Last time I said something about that, she went off and sent me a nasty.
I'm happy about it. Yeah.
Why? Because it's her business. Like, what was the problem?
Let's not air this out on the show. Thank you.
She said they had to pay for the phone bill or something. I don't know. I don't believe
mad about it. Obviously.
She's still mad about it. Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Well, that's rude.
And remember, she was upset because my dad he almost got arrested for on their honeymoon when they went on their honeymoon or something.
Well, I mean, he was having a good time. He was celebrating.
Good chance Big Skelly and his wife was with them and peeled him out of jail.
I'm glad they have chaperones on their honeymoon.
I can see my dad getting in trouble on his honeymoon, you know.
Yeah, you get wild.
Yeah,
he liked to get wild. He liked to drink. And
pretend to be Elvis. You never know what's
going on. Yeah, I remember a few times my dad coming in kind of, you know, did have to throw him in the shower, you know.
Oh, damn, really? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was the 70s, you know.
No, I'm not saying that like shocked. I'm just like, oh no, that's a very full level.
It still happens in 2025. What am I talking about? The 70s?
Like, yeah, you got blackout drunk. Not a good thing, but that is a thing that people do. So yeah,
I do. All right, gang. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Mother Teresa, y'all take care. Allison, thank y'all so much. See y'all next week, and we're gonna have some fun. Angelo's gonna be back producing next week. It was just running. It was just
sorry.
Using 2 weeks. All right, gang. Gene, take us home.
Oh yeah, that's me. All right.
Good job. It's your job. Angelo's just sitting back watching.
I know. I need him back.